If Prophet Muhammad was alive today, he would look at Andrew Tate and say, this is the anti-Islam.
But why? Well, I have nice cars, so am I anti-Islam?
No, because
I have nice cars.
if he didn't adopt this, I'm a Muslim and I follow Islamic rules and laws now, then I'll be like, okay, it's fine, you can have a Bugatti and preach and stuff. I don't care. I don't care. But to go and pretend to be Muslim, have sex with women, drink alcohol, and do materialistic crap all the time, which is everything is anti-Islamic, right? Yeah. I think that's just like fake.
Huh? What's your thought on Islam?
I think it's the last religion on the planet.
You think it's the right religion?
I think it's the last religion. So if it's the last true religion on the planet, then it has to be the correct one. Because I don't think
How is it the last one?
It's the last religion because no other religion has boundaries which they enforce. If you will tolerate everything, then you stand for nothing. If you're a Christian, 99% of Christians are ignoring every single rule inside the Bible. I believe in God, but I don't believe in that part. That's not what the book says. It doesn't say ignore half of me. It says follow me.
In life, there are three things you shouldn't talk about: money, politics, and religion. So today I'm going to talk about religion. I was born and raised Muslim. I prayed 5 times a day, and on Ramadan I fasted for 10 years. I was taught Islam was the only way to heaven, and I believed it. Then I started making non-Muslim friends. Christians said Jesus is the Son of God and is the way to heaven. Jews said they were the chosen one. Hindus said there's not one God, there are millions. And my atheist friends made fun of all of us. The more people I met, the more I realized everyone thinks their religion is right. And if one is right, then fundamentally everyone else is wrong, including me. That is when I stopped believing in religion and continued my belief in the idea of God, and decided to create my own religion. It's called Nasism, in which I try to love myself and others to the best of my abilities, and hope whoever is out there is watching these videos.
I beg your pardon?
I see you guys are enjoying my content, but you are not subscribed. Please consider subscribing and don't forget to like this video. Jazakallah khair. Maybe Nas from Nas Daily, a content creator on YouTube, I think is maybe a little bit off track here. So I think, well, being a Muslim doesn't mean that you are not prone to sins, first of all. All right? You can still be a Muslim, but you sin, and how to eradicate those sins is to ask Allah for forgiveness. All right? Simple as. But this idea that you are accumulating sins and therefore you can't come to Islam, or you should basically let go of Islam if it is that you feel that there's too much sins on you, then that's even worse. That's a no-go. All right. So the idea is always to keep onto your Islam as much as you can, regardless of how prone you are to a certain sin. And then the fact that perhaps Nas here is not really aware, but from what I've seen is that, and this is obviously with limited access to Andrew Tate himself, but it seems that he is slowly trying to let go of all this things he was involved in before he reverted to Islam. So, we'll see how it goes, and obviously we ask Allah to guide Brother Andrew Tate.
Inshallah. Ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
Andrew Tate became Muslim because he said that he respects the red lines of Islam, and he respects the fact that Islam is an intolerant religion. Wallahi, this is a slap in the face of every Muslim that bends over backwards to try and water down the religion and tries to become more tolerant and liberal in their thinking. Look, the deen is al-qayyim, as Allah mentioned in the Quran. It's upright with an established moral code. And if someone is truly sincere, they will be attracted to the religion for its uncompromising values and what it stands for. Because ultimately they can see the world around them is falling and rotting, being tolerant for everything. And wallahi, true orthodox Islam is the last stand on earth in the face of evil. And inshallah, Tate's shahada is a sign for us to hold onto our values and never water down the deen for anyone.
Andrew stopped drinking completely. Not a single drink, man. And I know, I'm with him on the jet. We travel together. Not a single drink, which I think is great. But also, anything he does, he wants to do it properly. That mindset of professionalism. I'd say that's the first big change. Secondly, his reversion to Islam has brought more of an inner peace than I've seen in him before, which I think is quite a beautiful thing.
MashaAllah, brother!
It was Ramadan at the time I was in jail, so my first Ramadan was in jail. So that was certainly interesting because you eat when the sun goes down. And my meal came when the sun was up. So I'd have to cover it up and try and hide it from cockroaches and wait for the sun to go down and then eat it cold. by myself. But I felt like, you know, if you're going to do it the first time, you may as well jump in the deep end and do it hard. So I did that, and that was an experience.
Yeah, brother Andrew Tate shows what it means to submit your will to what the Creator has required of you. And this was to fast during the month of Ramadan, regardless of how tough and difficult it must have been during the time in jail. Now, if you contrast that with what Nas is advocating for, where he says he has created his own religion based on his own beliefs and, of course, desires, then he's not subject to any higher authority, you know, other than what society already has, which is this liberal secular order. And so this is what we mean when, you know, you are bound to the matrix.
We must stay focused.
And on that note, guys, Jazakallah khair for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, and if it is that you enjoy my content, definitely subscribe. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.